is underway, the first hurling final of the 1990s. Sean McCarthy, the wing-back for Cork, one-handed, but only as far as Michael McGrath to set up a Galway chance early. Slightly off balance as he was hitting that one. Michael, who scored 4 fine points in the semi-final against Offaly. Michael Coleman under the dropping ball, but it breaks down towards Mark Foley, prodded forward towards John Fitzgibbon. A chase on here. Coleman going back, missed by Dermot Fahy. Sean Tracy coming out from his full-back position, but it set up a chance. A goal by Kevin Hennessy! A goal after 48 seconds by Kevin Hennessy! One of the fastest goals in an All-Ireland final. John Fitzgibbon prodded it forward. It was missed by the full-back, and Kevin Hennessy rifled it in. So a confident start by the Munster champions. Galway set to reply with Joe Cooney over the bar. Cooney gives the leadership, and he struck that one over with effortless ease. The omens are certainly good. Teddy McCarthy taking it with his left hand. Back in the team, hooked well by Martin Nocton. He follows up, however. Tries the shot from way out the field. 2 attacks for Cork, 2 scores. Teddy McCarthy's first attempt at a score, 1-1 to a point. The Cork flags flying, encouraging their team. Happy with their lead. Pat Malone going in there to challenge Brendan O'Sullivan, played outside, but Anthony Cunningham realising that he was being a little bit ambitious with that pass. Kieran McGuckin will be the taker of the sideline ball. Linked with Cork's 1985 minor All-Ireland winning team. Pete Finnerty. Much expected from him this afternoon. Delivers a good ball down towards the end. Ryan missed by John Considine. Ger Cunningham. Ger Fitzgerald under it. Wins the first ball that comes his way against Jerry McInerney. Ollie Kilkenny. It comes off the legs of Tomas Mulcahy. Back by Kilkenny again as far as Joe Cooney. Hand pass to Pat Malone. From the middle of the field. Galway forfeiting a second chance. Well, he was being particularly ambitious. Scorer of 3 excellent points in Galway's last All-Ireland win 2 years ago, all of them long range as well. Brendan O'Sullivan breaking it down towards Ger Fitzgerald. And towards Kevin Hennessy. That goal will have done him a power of good. He'd only scored 2 points in the previous 2 matches, both of those from frees. Johnny O'Sullivan fouled. Free into Cork. Well, as Tony O'Sullivan makes his way in towards the 20-metre line, Kevin Hennessy is making his way out from the full forward line. He being the regular Cork free taker this season. "50 metres out. Light breeze blowing into his face as he hits it. It's put it wide. The chance goes a-begging. Cork remaining in front, remember, 1-1 to a point for Galway. Kieran McGuckin trying to hold off his man. Anthony Cunningham getting in the pass inside. Whipped away by McGuckin once again. First time hurling by Cork. Up towards John Fitzgibbon. Player who set up the goal for Kevin Hennessy. Pursued by Dermot Fahy. Turns on his right-hand side. And he's put it over the bar. Having a very, very good season indeed, John Fitzgibbon. A player who was omitted for the final 4 years ago, having played in the earlier stages of that championship. Cork winning the early exchanges in their own half-back line. Tony O'Sullivan against Tony Keady. The dancing legs of Tony O'Sullivan. Pass inside, followed up. Tomas Mulcahy, the team captain, causing consternation. Sean Tracy equal to it. Breaks back down to him. A good clearance by Tracy out of defence. But the Cork attack applying pressure on that Galway full back line already in the opening 6 minutes of this match. And a misunderstanding there. Two players getting in one another's way, Tony Keady and Pat Malone. Galway have really yet to settle down in this game. The greater urgency coming from Cork in these opening minutes. Ollie Kilkenny, who won't want to see Cork settle down too much into this match. You'll remember what happened in this year's Munster final. Ian O'Ryan on his right-hand side, sun into the eyes of Ger Cunningham. Good clearance under pressure. Pete Finnerty, Michael Coleman calling for it outside. Cork trying to close down their men. That's Brendan O'Sullivan. What a battle the two number 8s are having in the opening minutes. This is Tony O'Sullivan back, helping his defence. Sean O'Gorman. Lengthy clearance up to the 20-metre line between full back and full forward. Well taken in the arms of Sean Tracy. Settling down to his task now. Sean McCarthy. Good hook. Martin Naughton, however, trying to follow it up, is supported by Pat Malone. The rapid delivery of the hand pass. Dennis Walsh lets it break off him, and Ger Cunningham coming from his goal to make the clearance. Well, in the intensity of the run, Michael Coleman colliding with an official over there. Ooh, that hurt. Marvellous opening to this game. Michael Coleman. Brendan O'Sullivan, Joe Cooney. From fully 45 metres out, he was being sublimely optimistic, but rewarded accordingly. And Joe Cooney has got both of Galway's scores. Well, Cork have certainly set out their game plan. They're trying to unsettle this Galway team. Galway now are responding, however. Here's Michael Coleman again. Sean O'Gorman stopping it from Michael McGrath. He certainly has become an invaluable member of this Galway midfield. Really works tirelessly in their calls. Pete Finnerty. Delightfully caught up by Finnerty. Beautifully. Almost all the way, but stopped on the goal line by Ger Cunningham. Brilliantly taken into the arms. Anthony Cunningham looking for Cooney from a tricky angle, and he's got another one. The man they can always depend upon in a crisis situation. Not that there were anything near a crisis situation at this stage, but just to make sure that Cork didn't open up too much of a lead. Two points the margin. Directed towards Mark Foley and Tony Keady. Who's going to win that battle? Tony Keady says it's going to be me this afternoon. Great solo run, good jink, and a lovely score. It's a one-point game. Keady scored 5 points the last time these sides met in the championship in '86. The Galway fans a good deal happier now. Well, that was really a classic score by Tony Keady, having taken it in the air himself. The jersey being held, the jersey that of Ger Fitzgerald, having his best year really since 1986. So Kevin Hennessy missed an earlier one. It's about 3 meters nearer the target. This time he steers it over the crossbar. Goal and a point now for Kevin Hennessy. Joe Cooney there against Jim Cashman, and he's doing everything well so far. Well, just as I say it, there can't have been too much at that. The umpire had a really good look at it. Two great pals as well, Joe Cooney and Jim Cashman. They played together on the All-Star team in Toronto earlier this year, but he's there rallying his team. Mark Foley trying to get more into the game. Dermot Fahy. Kieran McGuckin pressing forward. This is Foley. Brilliantly taken by Jerry McInerney. Typical stylish play by Jerry McInerney. Likewise by Jim Cashman. Towards Mark Foley. Breaks over his head. Fahy again. First time. Long delivery. Sean O'Gorman allowing the fullback Dennis Walsh to come across and effect his clearance. It's Michael Coleman batting it down to the waiting Joe Cooney. He's everywhere for Galway. From way out the field, inside his own 65-metre line virtually. But that becomes Galway's fourth wide, Cork with just one. 12 minutes gone. Well judged by Pat Malone, but he's left it there. Brought it forward, but only as far as Tony Keating. Now making his presence felt. Ollie Kilkenny likewise. Hand passed outside towards Jerry McInerney, but Teddy McCarthy was in quickly. Kilkenny, did he pick the ball off the ground? The referee said yes. Free to Cork. The Galway fans not agreeing with the referee's decision. So Wally taking up his position there on the Galway goal line. Two points between the teams, remember. Kevin Hennessy the free taker. And he's got another. So a goal separating the sides, and there are 13 minutes gone in the first half. Aimed again towards Joe Cooney. Really is making an impression in these opening minutes with 3 points so far. Michael Coleman travelling, taking too many steps. I'm not too sure this particular gentleman agrees with that verdict. Jim Cashman. Breeze into his face, remember, in this first half. From his own 65-metre line, high up into the air. And wide. Joe Cooney again under the dropping ball in this non-stop All-Ireland final. Tony O'Sullivan racing across here with Pete Finnerty. Michael Coleman once more, always in there to pick up half chances that might come his way. No lane, set up brilliantly, and it's high and it's over the bar. A point by Noel Lane. I think he was making his mind up, and I have an idea he was going for a goal. He seemed to settle himself, and the shrug of the head there would indicate that he's not too pleased with the way it went over the bar. That's where he settled himself. The pick-up. Oh, definitely he was going for a goal. He gets a point, however. 2 points between the teams. Cork in front. Brendan O'Sullivan. Up towards Ger Fitzgerald. It reaches Kevin Hennessy against Sean Tracy. Hennessy is doing well against Tracy, and that's ominous for Galway. He's got another point, a goal and 3 points. He's also picked up a little injury. So once again, a goal separating the teams, and Kevin Hennessy not looking too pleased with himself. We maybe can have another look at this, having beaten Sean Tracy. That was the simplest of tap-overs for him. Obviously, in the challenge before that, he received a facial injury. Mark Foley towards Tomás Mulcahy. Jerry McInerney for Galway. Lovely darting run. Whipped forward towards Michael McGrath. Not getting too much service so far in this game. Sean O'Gorman. Dermot Fahy, well caught. Down towards Ian O'Ryan, batted clear however. Sean O'Gorman. Long lengthy ball again. Fahy under the dropping slutter, and it's gone for a sideline ball. Well, we've had 11 scores so far. What's been a very entertaining final. Picked up here by Ger Fitzgerald, and it's over the bar. Ger Fitzgerald gets his first point this afternoon, easing Cork ahead into a 4-point lead. Sean O'Gorman clearing his lines. This is Martin Naughton. Angling for the shot, Naughton, brilliantly high and over the bar. A great score by Martin Naughton of Turlough, pinning it back to a 1-goal differential once again. The injured player is Pete Finnerty. It's been fast and furious so far, this match. And I think the Galway mentors are a little concerned about the way their defence is shaping up. And that's Pat Higgins, who is quite capable of playing in the full back line. This is the injury picked up by Finnerty as he was contesting that ball over there with Tony O'Sullivan. And he came rather awkwardly. It was an accidental challenge. Well, accidental it may have been, but foul nonetheless, the referee decides. Michael McGlynn there, the team doctor, attending to the injured Pete Finnerty. Concern about their marvellous right half back. Finnerty the free taker. Or Keady, I should say, the free taker. Touched out by Jim Cashman. Down it comes to Pat Malone, dangerously inside to Cooney. Well, there was a gap for once, there is again. Still Joe Cooney, and he's kicked it in. It's the equaliser. A goal for Galway, 19 minutes gone in the first half, and the sides are level. Well, what a game he's played. A goal and 3 points, all from play. This was the kicked effort past Ger Cunningham. Pat Malone. Teddy McCarthy not making much headway. This is Ian O'Ryan yet to score. Trying to put that batter right in this glorious spell for Galway as they hit the front. Galway taking the lead for the first time in the match after 20 minutes. Tony Keady. Sean McCarthy driving it forward. Comes back to Tony Keady. This is a very good spell for Galway. They've weathered whatever pressure Cork have put at them so far. They've come back strongly, and in Cooney they've found a great leader of the attack. Tony O'Sullivan blocked down by the recovered Pete Finnerty to Joe Cooney on the 45-metre line. This looks like being Keady's or Cooney's final. Early stages to talk about anybody's final, but so far it's the final of Joe Cooney. Teddy McCarthy can't hold on to it. It reaches Joe Cooney once again. Trying to open up the play down towards Noel Lane. Dennis Walsh following him. The ball lands on the sideline into Eanna Ryan. Back to Martin Naughton. Just inside the 45-metre line, but that has tailed away despairingly towards the right-hand side of the posts. One of the many interested spectators, Brian Keenan. Michael Coleman getting under that ball, but it runs on towards Tomás Mulcahy. Tom Fitzgibbon trying to prod it forward. Tony Keady can't hold on to it. Strong, forceful play again by Michael Coleman. Delivering the hand pass towards Martin Naughton, but there was a push. The referee was quick to spot the infringement. That's where the free is from, he says. Jostling for positions inside. Tony O'Sullivan having switched into corner forward, and that has tailed away. Cork with 3 wides, Galway with 5 wides. A warm, sticky afternoon here at Croke Park. The catch made by Teddy McCarthy here. You have to wonder whether Cork will make a switch on the marking duties assigned for the player on Joe Cooney. It's Jim Cashman at the moment. That's Dermot Fahy settling down well now, gaining in confidence. Matthew McGrath really coming way out to make some room for himself and set up an angle for Noel Lane. Oh, it's a good-looking shot and it's gone over the bar. Brilliantly struck. And again, he looks a little unhappy with himself, feeling that maybe he might, with a little bit of luck, have had a goal. Galway fans happy enough to see it sailing in there into the path of Noel Lane, whipping on it well. Beautifully cut. 3 points the difference. Galway have turned it around completely. So a free for Cork, which Kevin Hennessy is ready to take. Midway between the 65 and the 45-metre line. In the Galway half of the field. With 24 minutes gone in the first half. Well, that's one that Cork needed to give them an injection of confidence. They've seen the game slip away from them in the last couple of minutes, but still only 3 points the margin. Jim Cashman. Here's Teddy McCarthy. Kicked back in by Pat Malone, out by Sean McCarthy towards Tony O'Sullivan. In marked by Ollie Kilkenny. Exchanging blows just for a moment off camera as Jerry McInerney plays it into the clear, but Sean O'Gorman is there for Cork. Dermot Fahy, it sails over his fingers in towards Kevin Hennessy. Still being marked by Sean Tracy, remember. Back comes Fahy. Gets in a good clearance towards Anthony Cunningham. Runs on towards Michael McGrath. This is Cunningham once again, lifting the tempo of the game. Pat Malone beside him, trying the shot. A little bit of speculation on his part. Hasn't had the best of success in finals so far. Hasn't scored today in this match and has only managed 1 point in his 3 previous finals. That was against Kilkenny 3 years ago. Tony O'Sullivan, ever a player to be able to lift this Cork attack. Teddy McCarthy. A good-looking shot from Teddy McCarthy, getting back into the game again and getting his second point. He's cut it back to a 2-point difference, to the delight of these Cork fans. Breaks on towards Michael McGrath. Pursued over there by Sean O'Gorman. Noel Lane looking very fit and alert. A high shot, and that's another beautiful point from Noel Lane. What a great servant of the game Noel Lane has been. Well, he started the 1980s on a high, now hoping to start the 1990s in a similar fashion. Here's Keating. He really hasn't given Mark Foley much of a chance in this match so far. Michael McGrath down towards Noel Lane, causing some problems, getting the scores. Dennis Walshire facing his own goal. Dispossessed by Cooney, leaving the pass inside, but it's not going to count. The goal by Ian O'Ryan doesn't count. The referee had whistled up. It's a free on the 20-metre line. The foul was on Cooney. Something somewhat similar happened in the minor final. The referee had blown the whistle as the foul on Cooney here was committed, and there was no advantage for Ryan. Joe Cooney with a goal and 4 points to his credit this afternoon. Make it a goal and 5. Restoring Galway's 4-point advantage. Kieran McGuckin loses out, assisted however by Brendan O'Sullivan. Michael Coleman, again aimed down towards the very much informed Noel Lane. Spills from his grasp however. He certainly is causing problems. It certainly has been Lane and Cooney, the real danger men this afternoon from a Galway point of view. They have that aid of the breeze in the opening 35 minutes. Sean Tracy here. Teddy McCarthy. Grass is just a tiny bit on the high side, it seems to me. The foul is on Teddy. Free to Cork, and Jim Cashman is coming from his centre-half back position to take it. Playing in the position that his brother Tom played in when Cork was last in opposition against Galway in an All-Ireland final. He's missed it. The wind again carries it away, and that's happened a number of times. Happened when Kevin Hennessy was taking it as well. A switch in the Cork full back line. Sean O'Gorman is now in marking Noel Lane. Dennis Walsh is out at cornerback. That's John Considine. Here's Tomas Mulcahy. Blocked down brilliantly by Tony Keating, who's lost the stick, trying to prevent the progress there of Teddy McCarthy. Speculatively forward, up into the corner towards John Fitzgibbon. Held away well, however, by Dermot Fahy in this, his second championship match. Dickie Murphy from County Wexford, the linesman across there, awarding the sideline ball to Dermot. Runs on towards Teddy McCarthy. Whipped into the centre, picked up however by Martin Naughton, a direct and pacey player. Good finishing as well, and he illustrates that by putting it over the bar from outside the 45-metre line. That's Martin Naughton's second point, fully and truly recovered from injury. Inside the last 5 minutes of this first half, which has been all action. A huge score put up by Galway, 1-12, and a very impressive score by Cork as well, 1-7. Here's Joe Cooney trying to pick his spot, and he strikes it over brilliantly. Hit with unflagging composure. Very much the man of this match so far. Well, you know, we've all seen All-Ireland finals in the past where the half-time score might well be about 1-5 to 1-4, but this is a very high score they're putting up. Michael Coleman, magnificent. Certainly gaining something of an edge at midfield. Dennis Walsh now in the new position of left corner back for him. Tony Keady. It's going to be Kieran McGuckin who will cut it up for Cork. Tantalisingly in, but again Keady superbly takes it away. Great centre-half back play. Pat Malone in classical pose down towards Éanna Ryan. Lobbed inside towards Martin Naughton, tried to run onto it. This is no lane. Oh, the control just left him down, and Ger Cunningham gratefully came from his goal to make a good clearance. McGrath here, pursued by Teddy McCarthy, into Martin Naughton, acute angle on the 20-metre line, and finally wide after all of that. Well, Galway so near in those attacks to getting another score. Peter Finnerty calling, pursued by Tomás Mulcahy. Sideline ball. Well, that's the position, and just about 2 minutes to go to the half-time whistle. McGuckin's cut in high, and it's run over the bar. A kind of inspirational strike that Cork has needed. John Commons with the puck out. Joe Cooney adding to it well. Intended for Noel Lane. Delightfully picked up. Cooney. Well, it might well have deserved a score. Galway really like to embellish their work, but at the same time there's so much speed in the way they deliver those balls in. I suppose the old saying, the old head for the long road, certainly applies in Noel Lane's case this afternoon. Anthony Cunningham. And they're throwing away some useful chances. Galway now with 9 wides for this opening half, Cork with 5. But they are playing with the breeze, remember, in the first half. The sun is into the eyes of the Cork goalkeeper as well in the opening 35 minutes. And as we all well know in hurling, a 5-point difference isn't a particularly big lead. But it certainly has the makings of a stirring second half. Two teams have given everything they've got. Michael Coleman He's certainly made an imprint in this match so far. In Orion without the Hurley. Didn't stop him scoring a goal against Offaly in the semi-final. That's McGrath, and that is lobbed into the arms of Ger Cunningham. The referee signals for the end of a very exciting first 35 minutes. Kevin Hennessy goal for Cork after 48 seconds. Cork held the early advantage, playing with great tenacity and no little style, but Galway came back in devastating fashion. A goal and 6 points, the tally credited to Joe Cooney, and Galway lead at half-time, 1-13 to Cork's 1-8. The jostling for positions at the start of this second half. Remember, it's 1-13 to 1-8. Galway the leaders. Tony O'Sullivan to set up the first attack of this second half, stopped by Dermot Fahy. Out towards Anthony Cunningham, taking it in his stride, going past Kieran McGuckin. Ger Cunningham making the save. Always signalling their intentions. Good catch by Mark Foley. Now can Cork get him into the game? Lobbed inside towards John Fitzgibbon. A noted goal poacher. Comes down. A good chance. Has gone a begging. Fitzgibbon again. Well, the chance was there for just a minute for Ger Fitzgerald. It's gone for a 65. Fitzgibbon very much the man involved in that attack. Ger Fitzgerald had the opportunity when that ball came back, but came back badly for him. Fitzgibbon then followed up, came off the defender, off Dermot Fahy. Jim Cashman to take the 65 for Cork. Trailed by 5 points. Lobbed in. Keady getting it out. Followed up here by Pete Finnerty. Towards Michael McGrath. Dennis Walsh watches that as it comes off his stick down to Kieran McGuckin. High one inside towards Kevin Hennessy. Hennessy with the ball in his hands. A goal opportunity perhaps. It's stopped by John Commons brilliantly on the goal line, and it's gone over the sideline for another 65. That was an excellent save by goalkeeper John Commons. And he's made some very good saves in All-Ireland finals in the past. Might feel a concern or two about the goal that went by him in the opening minute, but he did well on this occasion. Down it came, and Commons was there to get the second save as well. Jim Cashman with his second 65 of the half, which is just 2 minutes old. Failing to provide the opening point, however, of the second 35 minutes. Jim Cashman then against Joe Cooney. It breaks down to Michael McGrath. McGrath looking for a score, and McGrath provides the first point of the second half, his first point in the game. So it's a 6-point difference once again. The man the Galway fans affectionately call Hopper becomes the 5th Galway forward to score in this match. Breaks out to Pat Malone, the midfielder trying to set up Jerry McInerney in a typical burst and run out of defence. Pursued by Kevin Hennessy. Still McInerney, tremendous skill. Galway fans will want to deliver the pass. It reaches Martin Naughton. And Naughton was fouled, and that's going to be a free for Galway. The advantage not applied. Jerry McInerney, the one who set all of that up with that darting run out of defence. So, Joe Cooney. Well, that's the first that's got away from Joe Cooney this afternoon. Inevitably, the signature in this final so far with a goal and 6 points. That goal, just looking at it again at half-time, reminds me that he might well be wanted by the Galway footballers before the season restarts. Michael Coleman. Dermot Fahy getting the pass forward. Pete Finnerty not hit so well on his left-hand side, but it reaches Joe Cooney. He's Stopped by Dennis Walsh. Michael Coleman. Oh, a bad pass by Michael Coleman, but he follows it up. Things going very nicely for Galway, and this is Anthony Cunningham, the only one of the forwards yet to score, and he's put it right. The two men who hadn't scored in the first half, McGrath and Cunningham, have now scored at the start of the second half, and Galway enjoy a 7-point lead. Here's Keady. Breaks down to Pat Malone, the industrious midfield player, up towards Anthony Cunningham, whose confidence will be lifted considerably, I'm sure, by the score. Now playing at corner forward, with Hopper McGrath back at right half forward. So the Slitter close up, with about 2.5 inches of grass surrounding it. Pete Finnerty cutting it up delightfully. Today seeking another All-Ireland medal to go with the ones he won in 87 and 88. Jim Cashman with a good clearance down towards Mark Foley. Lobbed into John Fitzgibbon. Having to come out to contain that ball. This is Tomás Mulcahy, 45 metres out, providing Cork's first point of the second half. First point for Tomás Mulcahy. Cork with a switch in their half-forward line. Mark Foley has been taken off Tony Keady. He's now on Jerry McInerney at right half-forward, and it is Ger Fitzgerald who's switched in on top of Keady, or Tomás Mulcahy, I should say. Anthony Cunningham trying to link up inside here with Eoin O'Ryan. Eoin, whose point in the first half gave Galway the lead on the 20th minute. A lead they have not surrendered since then. Shawnee McCarthy, Michael Coleman standing in isolation in midfield, way out, and he's put it over the bar. Well, a remarkable score coming in a moment of intuitive skill from Michael Coleman, endearing himself to these Galway fans at the canal end. Finnerty and Keady leaving it behind to Tomás Mulcahy. Takes a tumble, tripped by Dermot Fahy on the 20-metre line. The number 2 conceding the free as the two wing backs, Finnerty and Keady, following the ball all the way, collided in their efforts to get it. This is the incident in replay. So free on the 20-metre line. Kevin Hennessy with his side behind. I wonder would he consider going for a goal, and this the 7th minute of the second half. He's content with a point. That's a goal and 4 points now in the match for Kevin Hennessy. Joe Cooney unable to hold on to that ball. It reaches Martin Naughton. The two wing forwards coming more and more into this game for Galway in the second half. And Martin Naughton has now got a 3rd point to add to the 2 he scored in the opening 35 minutes. So the Galway fans, I'm sure, dreaming about taking the McCarthy Cup back west of the Shannon yet again. It would be the 3rd time in 4 years, remember. Tomás Mulcahy now in there against Tony Keady, but it's Jerry McInerney who realises that the man in the centre of the half-back line might be in a bother, coming across to make the clearance to Michael Coleman, steadying himself. Long ball, goalkeeper having to come from his goal line and be absolutely secure. He's driven it way up into the air, the breeze carrying it on. Runs on towards Tomás Mulcahy, in the clear, a Cork goal perhaps, yes! 4 points the margin yet again. Tomás Mulcahy, a goal after 9 minutes of the second half. He got that goal in a million in the 86 final against Galway. He came in well and drove it in beyond John Cummins. Waiting for the breaking ball was Mulcahy. This the score which Cork fans will delight in seeing. It's brought them back into the match. Now Galway will have to respond. They lead by 4 points. They really have been dominating this match for most of the game. So a test of their character and resolve once again. Joe Cooney, the free taker. He's put it wide. Galway a little profligate when it comes to the matter of taking their chances. They've missed 11 wides for Galway, 6 for Cork. But the all-important matter of scores sees Galway ahead by 4 points. That's the position 10 minutes into the second half. Ger Fitzgerald claiming it might be a Cork ball. Pat Malone incensed, claiming it should be a Galway ball. Cork get the verdict. Shawnee McCarthy. This is Brendan O'Sullivan. Stopped by Pat Malone. Runs out towards Tony O'Sullivan. Cork, by the way, have David Quirk in at left half back at the moment, in place of Kieran McGuckin, as Tony O'Sullivan tries the shot, but it goes astray. And the tall Joe Rabbit, I think, is going to come in. Or is he? That is the substitute for Cork, Cathal Casey, who came in the Munster final. So in front of 63,900. A match to remember so far. Pete Finnerty up towards Noel Lane, isolated. Dennis Walsh had to be decisive. It breaks down to Martin Naughton. A goal chance for Galway now. Oh yes, it's gone wide. It's gone off the goalkeeper, who's made a brilliant save. Martin Naughton had a glorious chance in the 12th minute of the second half. Watch for Ger Cunningham. He had to be brave, courageous and decisive. He got there. An injury picked up by Ger Cunningham in making that save. This was the angle as we watch Martin Naughton going forward to confront Ger Cunningham. Well, who'd be a goalkeeper? It came off his face. Well, if it came off his face, it should have been a 65, but the outcome seems to be a puck out for Cork. Tony Keady, great catch again by Keady. They made one particularly memorable one in the first half, but he's given it away to Tony O'Sullivan, and O'Sullivan has put it over the bar to cut it back to a goal difference. That's his first point in the match. It's 117 to 211. Galway leading by 3. Well, it's turned out to be a thrilling final. And Cathal Casey is coming in to replace Brendan O'Sullivan. There's Cathal Casey from St. Catherine's, the same club that Dennis Walsh comes from, up around Fermoy. And Brendan O'Sullivan, the one who goes up to the sidelines. Joe Cooney trying to set up Ian O'Ryan against John Considine. Well, on the balance of possession in this match, Galway, one would have thought, should have been further ahead, but they've had those 13 wide so far against Cork's 6. It's kept Cork very much in the game. This is Ian O'Ryan. A tricky angle for Ian, just a little too tricky on this occasion as he misdirects his shot. Just a little disappointed, Ian O'Ryan, just that 1 point to show for his contribution so far. Keady, another fine catch. Rapidly played forward to Malone, up towards Anthony Cunningham. Ian O'Ryan held away, however, by John Considine. This is Martin Naughton outside the 45-metre line, in towards Noel Lane, stopped by Dennis Walsh. Cork certainly seem to have taken some encouragement from, first of all, that goal by Tomás Mulcahy, and then that miss by Martin Naughton. going to be a Cork ball. Kevin Hennessy coming out to take it. Free from the 45-metre line. Watches John Fitzgibbon here. Ball's fouled. Here's the free. Oh, he's put it wide. It could be a costly wide yet. Quarter of an hour gone in the second half. A really entertaining All-Ireland hurling final. Cork 211, Galway 117. Cathal Casey, can he make a difference at midfield? Jim Cashman doing well. Ollie Kilkenny, and that's gone wide. Good defensive play by Ollie Kilkenny, a fine durable defender, making sure that the forward wasn't getting in to get any piece of the action there. Sean Tracy, who's got quite a task against Kevin Hennessy this afternoon. Once again the fans rallying and cheering both sides, realising that the outcome of this final is very much in the balance. Anthony Cunningham, Dennis Walsh, switch back into full back for the second half, and he's doing well against Noel Lane. Lane, who really starred in the opening 35 minutes. Ger Fitzgerald unable to keep that ball in play. It's going to be a Galway sideline ball. Custodian Ger Cunningham, who played in the 82 and 83 finals when Cork was beaten by Kilkenny, but came back to win medals in 84 and 86. Ollie Kilkenny. This is Mark Foley, sending in a high one, and he's put it over the bar. A point by Mark Foley, his first of the match. The tall Timoleague man, 6'5" tall, and today playing in what is just his 6th championship match. 2 points the difference. Galway continue to be the leaders, as they've been since the 20th minute of the first half. This is Joe Cooney. Pat Malone. A worrying time this for Galway, I feel. They'll have to make sure that they don't allow Cork the initiative. Cork likewise trying to press form their advantage and take the scores and the chances that are coming their way. Once again, Mulcahy providing the leadership. A rasping shot, but it's gone wide. Some exchange of words there between Tomás Mulcahy and Tony Keady. Jim Cashman bats it down. He's doing well in the second half. Shawnee McCarthy was ready to whip onto it, but the pass came back rather awkwardly to Anthony Cunningham. Stopped, but the ball had gone out over the sideline. The umpire decides, despite the best intentions of goalkeeper Ger Cunningham, it's a 65. So the sub has come in, and that is Tom Monaghan. Tom Monaghan, a player who replaces the midfielder Pat Malone, and I know they have great faith in this Tom Monaghan. He scored 3 points against London in the opening round of the championship, and many people felt he was hard done by to lose out for the semi. Keady the taker. It's a poor one. Michael Coleman inevitably waiting for the pieces to come his way to set up an attack for Tom Monaghan. Blocked down brilliantly by Cathal Casey, followed up by Teddy McCarthy, yet to make a real impression in this final. Monaghan once more does have to press home his claims for inclusion from now on. Casey trying to kick the ball away. Cooney. It reaches Monaghan once again. That must be the third time in this attack, but finally it's gone wide. That is Galway's 6th wide of the second half, and their 15th in all. 2 points the difference, remember. Nearly 20 minutes gone in the second half. Jerry McInerney making another memorable catch. Jim Cashman, however, reading his intentions. Really solidly holding this half backline together, Jim Cashman. Ger Fitzgerald towards Kevin Hennessy, but there was no way he was going to be able to contain that pass. The game is there to be won and lost now inside the last 50 minutes. Joe Cooney inside towards No Lane, blocked down by Jim Cashman. Cashman got back really well, showed great commitment. Out to Tomás Mulcahy, Cork's goal scorer in the second half, towards Kevin Hennessy, who got the goal in the first. Rounding Sean Tracy with some ease, into Mark Foley. Oh, it's a goal! Cork go back in front. In this amazing seesaw All-Ireland final, Mark Foley with a goal and a point has shoved Cork back in front. They lost the lead in the 20th minute of the first half. They've regained it in the 21st minute of the second half. Kevin Hennessy set up Foley and he finished with great assurance. Now it really is a test of Galway's character and resolve. Joe Cooney blocked down by Jim Cashman. Cooney once again runs into a stern shoulder, shrugs off that shoulder, but he's put it wide. But he's very much leading on his own at this stage in the match. He had a marvellous first half in which he scored a goal and 6 points, but he hasn't scored in the second half so far. This was the goal again. Kevin Hennessy takes much of the credit, but what about that for a brilliantly slot home goal? Tom Monaghan. Worrying time for Cyril Farrell as he makes his way off the field over there, having a quick word with one of his players. On it comes to Éanna Ryan, looking for the equaliser. It's over the bar. Galway back on level terms once again. A second point for Éanna Ryan. Oh, what a game this has really turned out to be. 22 minutes into the second half. Cyril Farrell up on his feet. The team manager, a manager has inspired them in the past, but I think at this stage he's saying, Phelim, you get up, you do something, try to rally them. Teddy McCarthy. Cork eagerly looking for another score. Can McCarthy provide it? He certainly can. 3 points for Teddy McCarthy. In attack, he's been absolutely brilliant. He's taken his 3 chances in style. Cork fans would probably wish to see him dominate a bit more in midfield. Now playing at left half forward on Peter Finnerty. Cathal Casey, the one who's taken over his role at midfield. In nips Peter Finnerty. You don't give half chances like that to Finnerty. Up towards Noel Lane. Dennis Walsh lying on the ground. Noel Lane going through. High and over the bar. A 4th point for Noel Lane in this match, and Galway have restored their lead. Back in front once again. Correction. Whoa. The tension of this occasion. It's 22 points apiece. 313, Galway's 119. Jerry McInerney can't hold on to it. It's Mark Foley going forward again. Having difficulty getting in a clear-cut shot, however. A little disappointed with himself. Cork now, however, being given chances by this Galway defence in the second half. I'm not quite sure what Gerald McCarthy and Father Michael O'Brien said to Cork at half-time, who trailed by 5 points. But now here they are level, and we have just got 11 minutes to go. Ger Fitzgerald. Tom Monaghan in there trying to restrict him with Jerry McInerney. Brilliantly again by Jerry McInerney. Up to Martin Naughton. Martin Naughton looking so pacey and so decisive, but overhitting that pass just a little bit. Cut out. Sean O'Gorman, not a good clearance. Reaches Anthony Cunningham. O'Gorman once again taking his chance this start this season, showing great style. Down towards Kevin Hennessy, a brilliant catch by Sean Tracy. Closed down somewhat, out by Ollie Kilkenny, out to the waiting Michael Coleman. Steadying himself as always, intended for Noel Lane, it reaches Dennis Walsh instead, but Noel Lane, persistent, showing great style, great determination, blocked down on this occasion by Jim Cashman. This is Dennis Walsh, this is a great game. In over the heads of the half-backs, but Ollie Kilkenny is waiting, and with great determination and no little style, he gets it out. Michael Coleman follows it up. Cathal Casey for Cork. Tony O'Sullivan. Wholehearted commitment being shown by two sets of players. A wild pull there by Dermot Fahy and John Fitzgibbon, penalised by the referee, who's handled this match in very impressive fashion. And the big cheer you hear in the background, which the referee is just noting, is that Brendan Linsky is in for Galway. Whenever Galway are in a crisis situation, you can depend upon them calling on the big-hearted Brendan Linsky. He's in place of Anthony Cunningham. Sides level. 9 minutes to go. Jim Cashman with this free on the 65-metre line. It's wide. So near and yet so far. The rearrangement of the Galway full forward line. Noel Lane and Brendan Linsky are playing, it seems like, twin full forwards. Jim Cashman, back it goes to Cathal Casey. Ger Fitzgerald against Jerry McInerney. They've had a great duel. Great run. The layback to Mark Foley, scorer of that goal, which brought Cork right back into it. Missed. John Fitzgibbon. It's a goal! A goal by John Fitzgibbon. His 5th goal of the All-Ireland series. A goal and a point by John Fitzgibbon. There were doubts about that Galway full-back line before the match, and Cork have punished some of the lapses that have come their way. Watch this. The defence was caught in a dither, and there was a solid finish by John Fitzgibbon. Cork lead by a goal. 8 minutes remaining. A team of no-hopers, virtually, at the start of this championship, lead the favourites. Michael Coleman, anxious to respond now quickly. Played inside towards Noel Lane. Missed, however. Picked up by Noel Lane. Dispatched that side to Ian O'Ryan. Looking for a goal. Blocked down. Sean O'Gorman was the one who got in the way, and Sean O'Gorman is the one who makes the clearance. What a pulsating All-Ireland final it is. Dermot Fahy. Beautiful hand pass inside by Tomas Mulcahy to Kevin Hennessy. The referee allows an advantage. Hennessy still going through. Inside towards John Fitzgibbon, a goal scorer just a moment to go. There's another one! Two goals by John Fitzgibbon in the place of a minute and a half. The Cork fans can barely believe it. Cork lead by 6 points, 2 clear goals. The hero of the hour, John Fitzgibbon. An amazing comeback. Behind by 5 points at half-time, but they never lost heart. If there's a turning point in this match and Cork go on to win it, I just wonder about that miss by Martin Naughton when he was going through on Ger Cunningham, shortly after Mark Foley's goal. It's not over by any manner of means. There are 6 minutes to go. Jerry McInerney, it reaches Joe Cooney, scoreless in the second half. Ian O'Ryan, it's 2 against 1 bar the goalkeeper. Linsky's there too. That's 1 back for Galway. Brendan Linsky does the task, and there's a goal in it. We had a great minor match, and we're having an absolutely brilliant senior final. A lovely pass, taken in his stride, dispatched with ease by Linsky. 29 minutes gone in the second half. You have to wonder, does any team deserve to lose this final? But it's there to be won and lost now in the last 6 minutes. Cork ahead by a goal. This is Cathal Casey. Stopped by Dermot Fahy. Picked up brilliantly by John Fitzgibbon, enjoying a great spell. And Tomás Mulcahy, the team captain, has put it over the bar. Cork lead by 4 points. He's had a terrific final, the team captain. Tomás Mulcahy, the scorer of a goal and 2 points. Cork with 5 goals, Galway with 2, but there's just 1 between them, a solitary goal separating the sides, plus a point. Tom Monaghan. Oh, it's one that Galway really needed. This is a severe test of Galway's strength and resolve now. Time is running out for them. The outsiders from Cork, who looked a little jittery against Kerry in the opening round of the Munster Championship, did better against Waterford, were terrific against Tip, did enough against Antrim, and they've responded in magnificent fashion in this final. Are they about to win their 27th All-Ireland hurling title? Ollie Kilkenny sees it come down off his stick too. The waiting Jerry McInerney takes the return. Still Ollie Kilkenny going forward, restrained by Teddy McCarthy. McCarthy, who's played his part with those 3 memorable points. This is Jim Cashman. He's had a great second half. Down towards Kevin Hennessy. Cork have already put 5 goals past John Commons, and Galway in trouble again. But Tomás Mulcahy couldn't steer it on target. The goals coming from Kevin Hennessy, 2 for John Fitzgibbon, 1 for Mark Foley and 1 for Tomás Mulcahy. David Quirk. Cork fans will be pleased to see his inclusion because he played well in an unfamiliar position for him during the Munster Championship at right half forward, but back now at his best position of left half back. The Cork switches have worked certainly in this game. Leading by 4 points, remember now. There are 3 minutes to go. David Quirk will take the free on his own 65-metre line. Cork has certainly made the most of their chances. In again, and this is Ger Fitzgerald being restrained. The referee allows an advantage, and the ball has gone wide. Cork fans in particular will have to live on their nerves just a little bit longer. But Galway people must be absolutely devastated. They were cruising away with this match for so long. But Cork's heart and commitment was not to be denied. Now, can Galway get themselves back in the match? That's 1 back for Martin Naughton. There's a goal in the match. 4 points now for Martin Naughton. A good contribution. This puck out from Ger Cunningham is going to be vital. Possession now absolutely essential. Galway have to get possession here and set up an attack of their own if they're to stay in this match. John Fitzgibbon. It runs on to Tony O'Sullivan. It's looking very good for Cork as Tony O'Sullivan slots over his 2nd point of the afternoon in this 103rd All-Ireland hurling final. 4 points the margin. Brendan Linsky trying to make his way through somehow against the tight marking Cork defence. A free on the 45-metre line. Surely they'll have to opt to lob this one in. There are 4 points between them. That's the tactic. In towards Noel Lane. It spills loose, however, and David Quirk makes a good clearance. Pete Finnerty. A sideline ball for Cork. There's exactly 1 minute on my watch remaining. Remember, Cork 5-15. That's 30 points. Galway 2-20. That's 26. It's been a terrific final, full of great commitment, great skill, but as I say it, a sideline ball that wasn't of the most distinguished nature, shall we say. It gives Galway possession. And Orion allowing the free to be taken by Joe Cooney. The subs waiting with Father Michael O'Brien there on the left-hand side of the picture. What a proud man he must be just now. But tense as well, waiting as a player he admires so much. Joe Cooney takes this free. Joe content to see that one come off the top of the crossbar and over the bar. A point for him in the second half, but it's been a disappointing half really. 1-7 his tally in all. But is he to finish on the losing side? There's still time for Galway if they're good enough. Just a few seconds to go. The referee has a check on the watch. He's called time. Cork are the All-Ireland champions. A delighted Mark Foley, a delighted Tomas Mulcahy. The McCarthy Cup is on its way back to Leeside once again. The first part of a possible double has been achieved by an amazing display of heart, commitment, skill, and they win in the end by a goal, 5-15 to 2 goals and 21 points. What an All-Ireland final. Well, it's been a sweet and satisfying win, I'm sure, for the team coach, although Michael O'Brien, and the Bishop of Cloyne there, I'm sure, is very pleased indeed. But it's the players who've done it all. Tomas Mulcahy, one of the heroes this afternoon. John Fitzgibbon's 2 goals inside a minute and a half were vital after 27 and 28 and a half minutes. Frank Murphy, one of the selectors, very, very pleased with himself. Well, we have to say, not many of us, and I include myself in that, expected this team to win today's final. But they certainly have answered their critics. They've come back in devastating fashion. And that was as good an All-Ireland win as I've seen. Cork's 27th All-Ireland win. We were telling you before this match that Father Michael O'Brien has a Gluaiston which reads 90C27. As somebody said to me last night, if we win this All-Ireland, Father O'Brien had better get a new car for next year. Teddy, weary, delighted, elated I'm sure as well. And perhaps back in 2 weeks with the footballers. He's set to rejoin that squad very shortly. 3 points his contribution. Ger Fitzgerald facing the music, an interview we'll have maybe on the Sunday game tonight. Talking to Jim Carney. But really, it was a victory achieved against the odds. I'd go so far as to say it was one of the most remarkable of Cork's 27 wins. A triumph for all concerned, a coach with a list of achievements as long as one's arm. The patience and the judgment of the selectors, Liam O'Tuama, Frank Murphy, Dennis Hurley, associated with many great sides, Bishop Buckley there, auxiliary Bishop of Cork, a hurling man and a pleased man I'm sure, and Martin Coleman, the goalkeeper in the 70s, a selector as well, along with their genial trainer Gerald McCarthy. The message to be taken, I think, from this final seems never underestimate Cork in September in Croker. Down in the dumps last year, but scaling the peaks in 1990. And now the Corkonians must begin to wonder whether that double of hurling and football is on once more. It was last achieved by Cork in 1890. That's a final we're also looking forward to, a final you'll be able to share with us live in 2 weeks' time. Cork v Meath. That should be another great game. This has certainly been a great one. Tomas Mulcahy, who got that goal 9 minutes into the second half. To add to the point, he contributed as well. A Glen Rovers man, won a county title in Cork last year, and now in the happy position of going up to receive the Liam McCarthy Cup, named after another Cork man. But you have to wonder about Galway. They must be absolutely shell-shocked and shattered. They look to have that final one. They were playing so well for so much of the game, but they missed an awful lot of chances. Cork did their homework well, did some necessary running repairs to the team along the way. Ger Cunningham here certainly had another great game by his standards. Watch us now as the cup is about to be presented by GAA President John Dowling.
It's a fair. I mean, Gohanwa, I was Gohan Sport Tool. It is my great pleasure to congratulate Cork on winning the All-Ireland title here today. I think that all of you will agree with me that this has been one of the greatest occasions ever in our park here. I would like and sincerely congratulate Cork. It was marvellous hurling, marvellous sportsmanship, and I feel that both teams, Cork and Galway, really deserve a tremendous round of applause here today. This was hurling at its best, hurling at its very best, hurling that was so sporting that one would love to see it again tomorrow. But that cannot be. There has to be a winner and there has to be a loser. So let us salute Cork on their magnificent win. But remember, let us also salute the men from Galway who helped provide such a magnificent spectacle. Well done, Galway. We're proud of you. Our games necessarily mean officials. And I want to say thanks to the referee, the umpires, the linesmen for a marvellous job of work. Also to all who helped to make this occasion possible. So, Arish, Cogartan is Corning, Agusanish, and Curran Tomás.
It's a very proud moment indeed for Tomás Mulcahy, captain of Cork. The cup goes back to Lee's side for the first time in 4 years. Galway has yet to beat Cork in a final.
Uachtarán Hirden, Uachtarán Cumann Lucas Goyle, Tá an Arson, an Cornshaw a Glacha, a son Fern Cúte Corkay. While I'm leaving Squire, Fern Galway, I hope they have on sport doing enough. President of Ireland, President Cumann Lucas Goyle, and people of Cork, we've done it! I'd like to thank a few people on behalf of the team because since last October we're on the road to bringing back the McCarthy Cup to Cork and we've achieved it. I'd like to thank our selectors Martin Coleman, Liam O'Toole and Dennis Hurley, Frank Murphy, and above all I'd like to thank two people, Gerald McCarthy and Father Michael O'Brien. After this, he might be canonised as Saint Father Michael. I'd like to pay tribute to a gallant Galway team. They've had a bit of luck in finals, but we came up here today with one thing in mind, and that was to win. So I'd like to have 3 cheers for Galway. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! And to the people of Cork, I'd like to thank you for your support in and out. And don't worry, we'll be back here again in a fortnight's time to complete the double.
Emotional speeches. John Dowling, I think, said it all as president of the GAA. It was a credit to both teams. Father Michael O'Brien extremely pleased with his team as he watches them now make their way up here. Jim Cashman, he settled down. He had a really tough task on his hands, but he played a blinder. Tomás Mulcahy supervising the action. That's Shawty McCarthy. His sister Marion won 8 All-Ireland Camogie medals, so there's another medal going to the McCarthy household. That's young David Quirk, 20 years of age. Very pleased. Cathal Casey made big contribution. Tony O'Sullivan, a very fine forward indeed, and Sean O'Gorman, who was a sub for so often, but opportunity knocked on this occasion for him. Ger Cunningham, very pleased, and Mark Foley, who found his touch and got a great goal. Brendan O'Sullivan, who's played his heart out throughout this campaign. Dennis Walsh, the dual player. Well, he really got the measure of Noel Lane in the second half. He had to. More of the subs, Pat Buckley and Father Michael O'Brien there. Exchanging a greeting with Liam Mulvihill. Ger Fitzgerald, proud as punch. Now an Aer Lingus employee here in Dublin, and he's been flying down to many of the training sessions. There's Gerald. Very, very pleased men. John Fitzgibbon there. the 2-goal hero of the second half, Tom Kingston, the reserve goalkeeper. Well, we hope that all of you across in Britain have enjoyed it. We hope you've enjoyed a memorable All-Ireland final. Cork are the champions. From all of us in Croke Park, good afternoon to you.